Oh, story time. So while we on here, I guess I could tell y'all the code I was in. So like I said, y'all, it was my second day at work, like on the floor, right? The first code happened. I'm so green to this nursing world. I ain't even know cause like the bathroom alarm when patients pull, like they're in the bathroom, they need assistance, almost sound the same as a rapid, like as a code alarm. So I couldn't tell, like I don't know when it'd be somebody's coding or somebody to get out of the bathroom. But the girl was like, hey, that's the fast one. So I'm in the middle of the conversation talking to this girl. We just running our mouth. She was like, she stopped. She did one of these looks. I was like, what's wrong? She's like, no fucking way. And everybody, I just seen everybody running. I'm running. And it was fast because I see my preceptor already. She was already in there before. I'm like, how do you get here? Because we was on like we was in 2 different places, but she was already in there doing compressions. So the thing about when you are in the code, that room get filled with all kind of people. Like you have the intensivist there, you have respiratory there, you have the ICU people there, you had everybody and their mama come to a code. All the nurses on the floor coming, even if they ain't even trying to help, being lazy. So the first code happened and I was the last person. I literally did 1 compression and then they called the code because my preceptor was in there doing compression. She was like, she came out, she was like, you ready, Bree? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm new here. You ready? You finna get in there. You new. I'm finna let them tell them you new. It's your second day here and I want you doing compressions. I'm like, bro, you trying to stress me out? It's my second day. So she's like, come on, I ain't know. I'm about that life. So I get in there, I'm ready. Like I switched out with the man. At that time, they doing a post check. I think it was a post check. Was it a post check? Yeah, a post check. What were they doing? Sometimes you switch out. Yeah, post check and you switch out. So the man switched out. I said, all right, your turn. So I literally, it was like, all right, go. I did 1 compression. It was like, they're like, all right, the family wants to call it. The family wants to stop. I was like, dang, as soon as I get in here. But it was crazy. It was crazy. It was like, the patient had like a GI bleed, so it was like blood coming from everywhere, and I could have easily got it all on my face, but I was like, I'm gonna save somebody's life today. And it gave me such adrenaline, but it was sad because the family was there, and that's the worst when you have a cold and the family was there. So my part in that cold was compressions. So literally like 30 minutes later, 30 to 45 minutes later, like after like everybody like crying because people had got cool with that patient, like people crying, had like I was about to cry, and I'm not a crier, but when I see like family that do something to me, and I was about to boohoo cry, and I was like, no, let me get my shit together. And so like your adrenaline just be up, like you just be pumped, and then you calm down, and then when you calm down, all the emotions just hit you. So for a good like 30 minutes, I was just sitting in the hallway like, what just happened? It was kind of traumatizing as a person who never seen somebody like die before right in front of them. It was just like, what did I sign up for? And I remember this moment. It was like it was a slow motion, y'all, like literally slow motion. I remember like bent over in my chair like this. I wasn't charting, and I was just bent over, just like taking a break, like thinking about, like rethinking my life basically. And I seen the charge nurse come around the corner. She peeps in one of the patient's room. Now this patient had been making like noise saying, help me all day. But I think the patient was a little demented. So sometimes you know, it was hard to tell when that patient actually needed help. So I see her come around the corner. She looks at the room. She said, God damn it, not again.
No, God, please, no, no. No!
I think she kicked like a wow or something. She pressed the code button. Let me remind you, it's just me and her. In that moment, I get up, I run into the room. The patient is just straight up dead, like pale dead, like mouth open. And it was just like, for me as a new person, it was just like, what the fuck? But there was no hesitation. Like I was just like, I felt like, okay, which I guess that was to prepare me for the next one. The only thing I messed up, y'all, was I did not know how to lower the bed, the quick release on the bed. I didn't know where it was at. I'm like, where's the quick release? Where's the quick release? Get the crash cart. I didn't know where the quick release was. So my preceptor come in, cause she be on it when it's a cold. She be the first one in there. She come in. I guess she thought she was gonna do compression. I said, I got this. She quick released the bed. The bed fell down. I just started going to work, and then she was like, we need a backboard. Get the backboard. So turn the patient backboard. Make sure y'all get your backboard, because you're really not doing nothing. Because she was like, you're not doing nothing with the backboard. And I was like, girl, okay. So she got the backboard. 2 minutes straight, me doing compression. I was tired. Like, I work out and I was tired. So imagine a person who's not in shape. And I do cardio. I was just like, how am I this tired? Like, I thought I was built for this. No. Luckily, somebody came and switched me out. And then I did the stupidest stuff in the code. As we switch out, I'm in there because I'm part of the couple people who are doing, my roles was to do compressions, but the roles started getting mixed up. And my preceptor was like, Bray, push the happy. I'm like, where's the happy?
Stop it. Get some help.
Like in the middle of the code, like, I'm like, where's the happy? I was just like so disorganized. I didn't understand. Like, it was so much going on in that room. But the great thing about that one, we actually got a post back. So that was nice. And like, yeah, that was a day. So that's my little story time I got for y'all. That was really a day. And that really put me in a mindset of what type of population I will be working with, and to get my mind right and be like, girl, you can't be no pump bitch. You can't be no pump bitch on this floor. Our floor is kind of heavy. It is heavy for it to be a cardiac floor. I mean, a PCU floor. It's heavy. We're supposed to be staffed at like 3 to 4 patients, but sometimes we get 5 due to, you know, nursing ratio. Sometimes we do get 5 patients, but I can't complain about the job. I really can't.